Once again, live coming to you from Ashdown, where Leopards getting set to take on the Panthers. We're going to go now and pick out, I don't know, we got Mark in the booth. It is going to be the Malvern National Bank isolated player of the game. And tonight's isolated player of the game is Devin Ball. Mark, Devin missed some time earlier this year, but has been a force to be reckoned with when he's out on the field.
Devin has stepped up this year. He moved into Malvern last year before the season started, and in the preseason we thought he was going to be a real force at linebacker. It took him a while to get adjusted to the system, but he definitely has picked up on it this year. I think Coach Foreman said he led the team in tackles last week. Devin's he's a big kid, but he moves well at linebacker. Between he and Kevin Bell, they're a formidable group at linebacker. So.
Yeah, a good set of linebackers for the Leopards. Of course, as much as possible, we try to get seniors in there for that isolated player. Devin's definitely earned that shot. One of the other stats that Coach Fogelman mentioned earlier was that he had tackles that accumulated to over negative 30 yards. So he got in the backfield and did a lot of damage when he got there.
Once he remembered what his name was after the concussion that he suffered earlier in the year, he's been tough. He's been everything together, and he's played well. So look forward to a big game from Devin tonight.
Yeah, Devin, really a part, Mark, of a linebacking crew that I think is as good as Malvern has had in quite some time, as far as just the total ability. They stop the run well, they play the pass well, good speed and good size. Ashdown has won the toss, and they have elected to receive, and the Leopards will be kicking off to start the football game. They'll be moving from on left to right. As Mark said, the field looks fantastic, especially considering all the rain that's come down in the last 24 hours. Of course, this part of the state was one of the last parts for the rain to move out of. We're actually at the national anthem now, so we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Thinking in the right direction.
Are you looking for a bank where you're greeted with a smile, a sincere hello, and a banker who calls you by name and lets you know that they are sincerely glad to see you? Then come by Southern State Bank. We're here to serve you and offer the friendliest and best service available in Malvern and Hot Spring County. Visit Southern State Bank. We're here for you.
Thinking in the right direction. Southern State Bank.
We've got the stamina to get you to your financial goals. We're Malvern National Bank.
Once again, we are live at Ashdown. Leopards and Panthers getting set to do battle. The Leopards and Panthers come out onto the field. Looks like Malvern, Mark, has brought down a pretty good crowd considering the distance and the climate.
Yeah, that's true. Not only, the rain ended, but it's gotten considerably cooler, and apparently will get cooler as the night goes on. I know I checked earlier, and it's supposed to get down to 47 below down here tonight, so that's quite a change from what we've been used to.
Leopard kickoff team getting set to come out onto the field now.
This may be interesting. I don't know. I don't think Coach Logan said we were going to squib it, but he also didn't say we were going to kick it deep. So
we needed to know where key return men were.
Yeah.
So if it's not a squib, Mark, at best, I'm going to say we're going to be looking for certain people to kick it away from.
Well, our best chance, they almost lined up on the wrong side of the ball, and they were going to line up behind our kicking team. I think if they'd done that, we'd been all right. Unfortunately, they caught that and moved to the other end of the field.
Alfonso Torres getting set to kick off for Malvern as he tees it up. Once again, just a different look seeing this Malvern team in the all-whites. Torres does take a short drop, and he is going to angle this one at the sideline. It's going to be fielded at the 21-yard line. Going across field, now cutting back and has some running room across the 30, the 40-yard line, and finally the tackle made on Vincent Webb as he gets right to midfield. They'll spot him at the 50-yard line. Looked like the Leopards had, that was Roy Jenton on the return. Looks like they had him hemmed up at the probably the 20-yard line, Martin. He was able to get away.
Yeah, he made a move to the right, and then reverse field came back to the left, and all our pursuit had gone to the right. Luckily, James King was back at safety and made the tackle. Got back on the tackle. Let's see.
Martin, looks like that is number. Yeah, that is.
Holy cow! We got
a weird formation. Several people moved at once, and now a flag comes down. I was trying to pick out the quarterback because it wasn't who I thought it was going to be. And then we had a major shift there. Now they're going to call the Leopards for offsides. So that penalty will move the ball into Leopard territory. 5-yard penalty puts the ball at the Malvern 45.
That was an interesting setup. I don't think I've ever seen that.
McFadden.
They shift their entire line. That's what's going on, and it caught Malvern on the first play.
They're running more of a Wildcat-style offense off the right side. Good running room, and running for the first down is Tyrell Jenton.
He's going to be
very close to a first down marker. It's right at the Malvern 40, or just shy of the Malvern 40, and that's where the marker is.
Can't tell.
They are going to take a timeout and bring the chains over.
That's what's going to be hard tonight, keeping stats in, trying to talk with you, Michael. I'm sorry, there may be some dead time, but...
Now, usually, Ron, if you're sitting there listening at home right now, usually I don't have to talk that much because I've got Ron McNamara up here with me, but I'll try to fill in a little more than I normally do so you can get the numbers right.
It's going to be hard, like here, it's either going to be 1st and 10 or 2nd and 1, and
it is going to be a first down by, looks like maybe 3 or 4 inches there. As chains come back to the sideline. It will be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the Leopard 40-yard line.
If they continue this shift, of course, I'm sure we'll get used to it as the game goes on, but it will be hard as a defensive lineman when every lineman takes off moving somewhere to not take off.
McFadden is at least going to start out at quarterback this time. He's been shifting to tight end position. Tyrell Jetton moved to quarterback on that last possession. And they are going to switch things up again. Taking the snap and coming to the near side. Good penetration by the Leopards. Tackle made right at the 40-yard line. On the carry that time was Chris Bradley, 6'2", 205 senior for the Panthers. No gain on the play, maybe a slight loss.
Malvern did an outstanding job on coming to the football, running to the football there. They shifted everybody, offset the line to the Malvern side and ran behind it. We got a pass play coming up here.
Pass to the far side, almost picked off. Pass goes incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 now for the Panthers. And just seeing a lot of different looks from this Panther offense to start this football game.
Yeah, and it's not the same as last week. There was a lot of looks last week, but the execution was lacking. This week, I don't think that's going to be the case.
McFadden starts out at quarterback. Like the ball had been moved slightly. They're going to move it back to just inside the 39-yard line of the Leopards. 3rd down and 11. McFadden now gets another signal from the sidelines. If you're just joining us, the Ashdown Panthers on the opening drive here, no score. 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. McFadden looking to throw. Now flag comes down as the pass is complete down inside the Malvern 20, the 15, and finally the tackle is going to be made just inside the 10-yard line. But we've got holding against the Panthers, and the football will be coming back. And that's going to be a huge one, Mark, because that penalty flag was thrown at about the 47 of Ashdown.
Yeah, I think it was Kevin Bell that had the pressure coming on the quarterback, and it was either tackle Kevin Bell or he was going to tackle the quarterback, and I guess he chose the lesser of two evils.
And this penalty is going to move the Panthers back onto their own side of the field. And we will repeat 3rd down. Right, so he didn't throw it from where it was spotted from.
I'm not sure exactly how that works in high school. I think if it's beyond the line of scrimmage, it's a spot foul, and if it's behind the line of scrimmage, it must come from the line. At least that's the way they marked that one up.
And actually, it was only a 9-yard penalty from where the ball was previously.
We had a
double reverse. Now they're giving it back to McFadden. He's looking for a man down the far sideline, and the pass is complete to Jetton, and Jetton is going to be dropped very near inside the 30-yard line, and that is going to be another first down for the Panthers. Double reverse, basically a flea flicker for the Panthers.
We're down about the, 29, 28-yard line?
It's going to be the 28-yard line. So a little bit of everything from Ashdown here on this opening drive. McFadden sets up a quarterback. Bring a man in motion. Give up the middle. And good hard running there by Devontae Forte. Gain of, gain of 12 on the play. And it's another first down.
Right around the 16, looks like. Lost a towel here.
McFadden setting up a quarterback once again, getting a lot of motion, a lot of movement out of this Ashdown offense. Fake to give up the middle, now runs the option, and Ashdown is going to get on the board first. Going 16 yards for the score is Tyrell Jetton for the Panthers. And with 10:09 to go here in the first quarter, the Panthers leading 6-0. They're going to try to add the extra point. Setting up to kick.
Number 8, looks like.
That is Vincent Webb, sophomore, for the Panthers.
It's unusual. He kicks it up on the old school building.
The kick is up, and it is good. So the Panthers take the lead 7-0 with 10:09 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a short break. We'll be back at Ashdown in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Josh at Wade.
Hey, I'm Tommy Green, pastor of Third Baptist Church here in Malvern. We're looking forward to a great season from our Leopards. We also want to take this chance and invite you to church. Starting September 27th, we're going to have 2 worship services on Sunday mornings, an 8:30 traditional service and a 10:55 contemporary service. Also on Sunday nights at 5:25, we offer Awanas free of charge, and on Wednesday nights at 6, we have a family worship service. We hope to see you soon.
We can help you get that dream home, no matter how big or small, with a competitive rate mortgage from Malvern National Bank.
Back at Ashdown, where the Panthers are taking the opening drive, and on top of the Leopards now, 7-0. Leopards getting set for their opening drive.
Unfortunately, this game started off quite a lot like last year, which was score quickly, and I may not have enough book.
Short kick, fielded and covered by the Leopards at it's going to be between the 47 and 48-yard line.
I guess that was an onside kick attempt, either that or he whiffed.
We'll call that, it's shy of the 48, we'll call it the 47-yard line.
10. Wasn't it 10? 18.
Leopards start out first and 10 good field position. 48, between the 47 and 48-yard line. Trailer setting up in shotgun. Like we had some confusion on the snap count, and the Leopards going to give up some yardage.
Yeah, I don't know who all moved. I know James King looked like he started a little early out here at receiver.
We had several move there.
Yeah.
Bryson Barnes comes into the game as Trailer gets the play from the sidelines. Penalty moves the ball back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Leopards. Trailer will set up under center this time as 2 receivers to either side. Henson alone in the backfield. Turn, give to Henson up the middle. Hit immediately, but is able to get up to about the 45-yard line. Gain of a couple on the play.
9 actually made a pretty good run there. There wasn't much of any hole.
It's like the Leopards are using their wideouts this week, not doing as many hand signals, using the wideouts to bring the plays in and out.
We had several receivers last week who caught the ball and, we spread the ball around a lot. All of them looked like they did a good job last week.
Traylor takes a snap. Fakes again, now going to keep it himself. Up to midfield and brought down about the 48-yard line of
Face mask.
the Panthers. There is a flag thrown, as Mark said. Looks like possibly a face mask call. Now they're waving it off. 2 flags, both waved off. Unbelievable. I was really hoping that crew we had last week didn't travel down.
Let's see. Going to be about 3rd and 6.
Game is to the, we'll call it the 48 of Ashdown. Barnes comes back into the game for the Leopards. He and Keeney have done some rotating there. 2 receivers to either side for Traylor. He sets up in shotgun as Henson to his left. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Loses the football. He is going to be, gets away. Still under pressure. Throws, passes, picked off, almost picked off. It was intended for James King. And nearly picked off by Ryan Burris.
That play's a little hard to describe. The quarterback dropped the ball as he started to make the initial throw. He was able to get it back, got control of it. James King was running intermediate route. He tried to throw it to him, overthrew him, and hit the defensive back bit between the numbers, and he dropped it, which was good because I think that was going to be a touchdown for him.
Yeah, there was nothing in front of him but stripes. Patrick Llewellyn set to punt for the Leopards. He sets up at the 38-yard line of the Leopards. Gets the kick away. Spiraled kick, bounds at the 25, fielded at the 15. Escaping a couple tackles back there, and then finally the tackle is made. On the return was number 9, Roy Jetton. Once again, poor angle here. I'm trying to pick up the yard marker.
20.
Right at the 20-yard line.
Right at the 20.
And so the Panthers take over with 8:39 to go here in the first quarter, leading the Malvern Leopards 7-0. McFadden sets up in shotgun, has one man to his left, 2 receivers to his left as well. He looks to his right, now under pressure, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield. Several Leopards there getting pressure.
Said to Osha Johnson. Looks like he had the main. The last one up, closest to the quarterback.
Yeah, and the Leopards got good penetration there. Osha was the first one to get his hands on him and completed the play. Loss on the play back to the 15-yard line. McFadden takes a snap, looking to throw left side, throws over the middle, complete. At the 30, 40-yard line. Now at midfield, and finally the tackle is going to be made just shy of the Malvern 40-yard line, and just a short little dump pass right over the middle. On the reception was Devontae Forte, and he's got the Panthers back in business at the Malvern 40-yard line. 2 receivers either side, McFadden and company not huddling now, as McFadden sets up in shotgun. Now brings a man in motion. McFadden takes a snap, give up the middle, and tackle made immediately at the 40-yard line on Devontae Forte.
Osha Johnson made the tackle again, had penetration, and looked like the running back slipped a little bit as he approached the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 10 now for the Panthers. McFadden alone in the backfield, set up in shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Throw, swing pass, far side is complete. At the 40-yard line, inside the 35, and tackle made up near the 30-yard line of the Leopards. Going to be very close to another first down. third down in the yard for the Panthers. Big play for this Leopard defense as the Leopards trail this one already 7-0. 6:48 to go here in the first quarter. McFadden again alone in shotgun. Takes a snap, going to run it up the middle. Now breaks out the right side. He's got the first down as he gets up near the 25, and the flag comes in. I got a couple dollars since this one doesn't get picked up.
Well, I don't know. I think you're right because wow, we got a holding call against Ashdown. Outstanding call, right now?
Absolutely. I spoke too quickly. Carry over from last week. That one will be from the spot of the foul. And so the penalty moves the ball back to the 36-yard line. That'll bring up third down and 5. Another big play for the Malvern defense. McFadden in shotgun. Has Forte to his right. Two receivers to either side. Throws. Short pass off the far side. Tackle made very quickly. Right at the 35-yard line.
I think it was Mario Jamerson on the tackle. He did a good job. Caught him right at the line of scrimmage.
And that will bring up fourth down for the Panthers. And the offense stays on the field. McFadden and Forte again alone in the backfield with two receivers to either side. We got a flag thrown.
I think it's a sideline warning on Ashdown.
Now, as Mark said, it was a sideline warning, so they're going to make note, I suppose.
We're going to write that down in case we do that again. I thought you were right about that when he threw the flag because I didn't think he was going to be able to bend over to pick that flag up.
We can't get on him too bad.
He made a great call. I'm all for him.
Fourth down and 4 for the Panthers at the Malvern 35-yard line. McFadden again working out a shotgun. Forte to his right. McFadden looking to throw over the middle. Pass is complete, and that's going to be enough for a first down as the tackle is made at about the 22-yard line. Making a great fingertip catch there was Tyrell Jetton, and Mark, I was really surprised he was able to hold on to that football.
Yeah, that was a really strange look. He looked like he kind of caught the ball right over the top of our defensive back. Terrence Jackson was right up under him, and it was almost like he caught it over the back of his head.
So that brings up a 1st and 10 now for the Panthers. Give up the middle once again. That's Forte. Forte gets inside the 20-yard line down to about the 17.
Brings up about 2nd and 4, it looks like.
It's again poor angle they're working from, but I believe Mark's correct with the 2nd and 4. Trips right, split left for McFadden and the Panthers. McFadden takes a snap, looking to throw once again over the middle. Pass picks it off. Picks off. Oh, they're going to call that incomplete. What?
We're having a discussion with the officials here.
There is a discussion going on among the officials, and they are going to say that the Leopards have the football. Good correction there. The trailing referee, I guess, didn't have a good angle on it.
I take back everything I said about that official earlier. That's 2 calls in a row that he's made at the benefit of Malvern. Unfortunately, I think we've got the ball on the about that one.
I
thought he was in the end zone.
I did too. Of course,
I guess we'll take what we can get.
That end of the field for us is going to be pretty difficult. Actually, both ends of the field are fairly low. We are at the 1-yard line.
We're getting a little help from outside. We're spotted outside. I think they can see better than us.
Well, the paint on this plexiglass doesn't work real well.
That and the pollen. We got a flag. I'm not sure what we've got.
Like he's explaining the penalty to the Panthers head coach.
I think we had some people in Malvern gear that are outside the coaching box.
Oh, okay.
They're going to take them forever. They want the referee to make sure they know they're here.
We've got a timeout on the field.
That's out Ashdown, I believe.
Yeah. Ashdown's going to take a timeout. Strange set of events there. 4:57 to go in the first quarter. Ashdown leads Malvern 7-0. We'll be back in just a moment.
Enjoy your life. We make financial security easy. We're Malvern National Bank. We've got the strength to help you build a solid financial future. We're Malvern National Bank.
Team's coming back out onto the field. Ashdown leading Malvern 7-0. 4:57 to go here in the first quarter.
We probably didn't give James King his due there. That was a great interception. He laid out and caught the ball right above grass level there, at least from one official's view. They gave a sideline warning now to Malvern, so we've each had our warning.
So Malvern starts off in their own 1 yard line. Tough place to start from. Traylor is going to set up under center. Has Jared Davis in at fullback, Henson in at tailback. The official
is trying to take off. This is a little tough because there's not a lot of room on the sideline on either side.
I thought they had called one again, but apparently not. Anyway, Traylor turns, gives Henson, and Henson's going to get very little running room. That is a safety. Henson hemmed up in the backfield, couldn't get away on that counter, and the Leopards give up 2 points there. It's 9-0, and the Leopards are going to have to punt away to Ashdown. So Malvern offense, Mark, not really able to find any rhythm so far here in the first quarters. We're at the 4:47 mark.
No, that was a tough position to be put in, and Ashdown again. The quickness and speed showed up there. Got Dontel before he was able to get out of the end zone and get back into the field of play.
So Leopards going to have to kick this one away.
I don't remember a Malvern safety in a number of years.
It has been a while. And Ashdown looking to come away with very good field position.
Looks like we're going to punt. I see
Llewellyn. Well, no, he's moving on by.
We don't have a kicker.
Here comes Torres.
All right.
As he's getting an earful from Coach. He's the opposite end of the...
in his defense, I'm not sure how much football he's watched before he started playing.
So Torres is getting set to kick, and he will be kicking from the 20-yard line. Deep men for Ashdown set up at about their own 38. High short kick. Fielded at the 47-yard line. Escaping a couple of tackles now. Into Malvern territory. And finally a big hit made at the 40-yard line.
That was Patrick Llewellyn.
Patrick Llewellyn really laid a big hit there. Very close to the 40-yard line. They're going to spot it back at the 42. Nonetheless, the Panthers with great starting field position inside Malvern territory. 9-0. Ashdown leads Malvern. 4:39 to go here in the first quarter. McFadden has a man in motion, takes a snap. Give up the middle. Forte escapes two tacklers. Now across the 40-yard line, inside the 35, and he'll be brought down at the 31. Looked like they had him hemmed up in the backfield. Forte able to make a couple of moves and pick up about 10 yards.
Yeah, he was. He made 3 or 4 people miss. We had him in the backfield, had a good chance at him, and he did his outstanding job on the run. Very, very good job.
McFadden once again set up in shotgun. Looking to throw, right side, pass complete at the 30-yard line. And tackle made at about the 26. Coming into the game now for the Leopards is Quante Walker. Devin Ball coming out of the game. I did fail to mention, well, yes, we did mention earlier, Devin Ball, the Malvern National Bank isolated player of the game. Give this to Forte off the right side, breaking a couple tackles, headed towards the end zone, and he will be dropped just shy of the goal line. Good run by Forte.
He's a very impressive runner. He's got some power, obviously got a lot of speed, and he's shifty. That's a tough combination.
So first and goal now for the Panthers.
They're on the 4-yard line.
Gill up the middle once again, Forte, and this time he is stopped in the backfield, dropped at about the 6-yard line, maybe the 7. It'll be second and goal. Tight formation for Ashdown. McFadden working out a shotgun, takes a snap, rolling to his left, looking to throw, right side, has a man wide open. Touchdown, Ashdown.
44, I believe.
Nice throw and catch, although the man was wide open in the end zone. On the reception was Mike Young, the tight end for the Panthers. And it is 15-0. As the Panthers get set for the extra point, the kick is away, and it is good. So Ashdown has a 16-0 lead here in the first quarter, 3:17 to go in the first. We'll be back in just a moment.
Thinking in the right direction.
Are you looking for a bank where you're greeted with a smile, a sincere hello, and a banker who calls you by name and lets you know that they are sincerely glad to see you? Then come by Southern State Bank. We're here to serve you and offer the friendliest and best service available in Malvern and Hot Spring County. Visit Southern State Bank. We're here for you.
Thinking in the right direction. Southern State Bank.
Once again, back at Ashdown, and the Panthers have got the early momentum in this one. 3:17 to go here in the first quarter, and the Panthers lead the Leopards 16-0.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit at the break. They have an outstanding group of skilled players. They've got a lot of playmakers. It's hard for a high school defense to contain this many weapons.
Kick is away. Another short kick. Fair catch called for at the 33-yard line. And that's where the Leopards will take over the 1st and 10 mark. And the Leopard offense has got to find some rhythm here and at least sustain a drive.
Yeah, we've got to do something to keep the ball away from Ashdown for a while. And that's what Coach Fogan was talking about before in the coaches show is we've got to be able to run the football to control the clock a little bit and shorten the game. Or unfortunately, the game will be shortened for us.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left for Trailer. He sets up in shotgun. Brings a man in motion, that's King. Turn, gives to King, coming to the near side. Looking for running room across the 35 at the 40-yard line. He'll be run out of bounds at 42. An official goes flying in as well.
Trent Bryant made a great block on that official. Actually, I think Trent was already on the ground. The official ran over him.
Second down in the yard, gain of 9 on the play. Actually, less than a yard to go for the Leopards. King comes split to the near side. Bryant split to the far side. Jared Davis in at fullback. I formation for the Leopards as Trailer steps under center. Turns, gives to Henson, up the middle. Henson has the first down as he gets up near the 45. They'll spot him just shy of the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Leopards. Jamerson comes into the ball game, as does Bryson Barnes. Davis and Keeney come off. First down for the Leopards. 2 receivers split left, 1 right. For Traylor has 2 men in the backfield. That's Jamerson and Henson. Turn. Looking to throw his Traylor. Underneath. Pass is complete to Jamerson. Takes a hit, stays on his feet, and gets into Panther territory. He is going to be marked out. It looks like at the 48-yard line of Ashdown. Just shy of the 47. And the Malvern offense starting to make some noise finally.
Nice play there. Had play action, got the ball to Mario. Their defensive back came up and hit him, but didn't wrap up. Mario was able to bounce off and get a couple extra yards.
Traylor takes a snap, gives. Fumble on the play. Looked like he was going to give it. Now Traylor on the keeper. He'll be dropped back in midfield. Loss of a couple on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Leopards. Under 2 minutes to go now in the first quarter. And definitely some confusion there.
That's, that's in a game like this, that's what you just can't afford to have happen is, negative plays. You gotta have positive plays on every down. You can't waste anything. We got 3rd and 5.
Traylor takes a snap, gives up the middle, and that play is going nowhere. The Leopards are going to face 4th down, and we'll call it 5. Right now, the Malvern offense is still there. Now Llewellyn's going out, as is Keeney. Traylor comes off the field.
I'm confused. Oh, we're going to go with the Leopard.
Okay, James Keeney going to run a quarterback for the Leopards. And the Leopards are at midfield. Just under a minute to go in the first quarter. Leopards down 16-0. King working out a shotgun, brings a man in motion. That's Henson. Give Henson far side. Henson has the first down going down the sideline and is finally run out of bounds. Henson has the first down for the Leopards, and the Wild Leopard, as Mark termed it, works well, as I believe that the Panthers were looking for King on the keeper here.
Looks like we're about the 34-yard line.
Gain is to the Panther 34.
Their scoreboard, I'm having a tough time following it. We went from the 50 to the 34, and they've got the position on the ball on the 47.
And not exactly helpful. High snap fielded by King on the option, going to keep it. Now threw it late and still running. Wow. The face mask on the play that goes uncalled. Patrick Llewellyn slow to get up. Face mask goes uncalled. Loss on the play of about 3 yards.
That was a tough pitch. I don't know how he got that, and I'm not sure he should have.
Yeah, no, probably not the best idea.
It was well diagnosed. They had a lot of people around the football, and that's the end of the first quarter.
That is the end of the first quarter. Leopards trail 16-0. They are driving. We'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Hi, I'm Josh. It up wait.
Hey, I'm Tommy Green, pastor of Third Baptist Church here in Malvern. We're looking forward to a great season from our Leopards. We also want to take this chance and invite you to church. Starting September 27th, we're going to have 2 worship services on Sunday mornings, an 8:30 traditional service and a 10:55 contemporary service. Also on Sunday nights at 5:25, we offer Awanas free of charge, and on Wednesday nights at 6, we have a family worship service. We hope to see you soon.
Back at Ashdown, where the Leopards looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. They second down and looks like about 14, Mark.
Yeah, I think we lost a yard in that quarter exchange, but at least we've managed to hold on the football a little bit here.
Henson up the middle on the carry. He is going to get very little there, and it will be 3rd and long for the Leopards. Trailer comes to the sideline, and it looks like the Wild Leopards coming into play once again. Bryson Barnes brings the play in. 3rd and long, 3rd and about 14 once again.
They had a defensive lineman that met Dontel in the backfield, and he was actually lucky. Did a good job to get back to the line of scrimmage there, I thought.
Trips left, now man in motion, that's Henson. Gives to Henson right side. Henson tripped up, gets up past the 35-yard line. And that's going to be very near the original line of scrimmage. Trailer comes back in. The offense going to stay on the field for Malvern. Keedy comes off. Again, Leopards trail here 16-0 as we get the second quarter underway. Twins to either side. Trailer will set up in shotgun as Henson to his left. Looking to throw is Trailer, dropping straight back. Looking to throw towards...
Ball slipped out of his hand and is picked off.
Yeah, it looks like he got hit there as he was letting that one go. And on the return for the Panthers is number 54, Chris McInnes. And McInnes gives the ball back to the Panthers as he gets up to the 40-yard line.
I can't honestly say that I saw whether the receiver was open or not. I just know that it looked like the ball didn't come out clean.
It looked like his arm got hit as he was releasing that one, Mike.
Yeah, just kind of floated up in the air, and I assume that was in the area of James King. I know he was split out on that side.
Near side is... Flag comes in. That one's going to have to go against Ashdown. Tackle made at the 40-yard line.
Got a hold. Mario Jamerson did a great job on that. They ran a fake up in the line of scrimmage and then a pitch coming toward the Malvern sideline. Mario stayed at home, got him by the ankle and slowed him down long enough for him to be tackled, and we declined it.
We did decline that. Tackle made after a gain of a yard. Leopards took the loss of down instead. It really, from where that flag was thrown, the Leopards only would have, or the Panthers rather, would have only lost about a yard there. As McFadden sets up in shotgun once again. Takes a snap, looking to throw over the middle. Has some pressure up the middle. Lets this one go near sideline. Pass goes incomplete. On the coverage was Murdoch, and he was right there on top of Hank Bird, the receiver for the Panthers. Is the extra talking, is that helping you, Mark?
Yeah. Eric Watkins, who's made 2 interceptions as a defensive lineman, had the pressure there. He got to the quarterback just after he let go of the football.
It'll be 3rd down and 9, showing 2nd down on the scoreboard. That's incorrect. Well, one side of the scoreboard. Or one end of the field, rather. McFadden takes a snap, looking to throw once again. Near side has some pressure. Escapes the pressure at the 40. Going to be brought out of bounds at the 46-yard line, and the Ashdown Panthers will face a 4th down decision.
That was our featured player, Devin Ball.
Devin Ball makes the tackle for the Leopards. I'm going to tell you our isolated player of the game, unless Mark's got the tackling stats.
I think it's his first one.
There we go. We've got an up-to-date statistics on our player of the game. 4th down for the Panthers. 4th down and 3. McFadden brings a man in motion. Like they may have been trying to draw the Leopards off sides. We've got a stack formation on the near side, short side of the field. Seen a lot of this year, Mark, where they throw that underneath screen, 2 receivers off, throw a little screen to the near side.
But I guess they're just going to let the clock run out.
Yeah, we're going to get a delay of game against Ashdown, and that indicates to me they're going to punt this one away. I don't know, the last-minute change of heart on the coach, or
call a timeout, or they get the penalty.
They did get the penalty.
Okay.
They'll make it 4th down and 8. James King and Trent Bryan go deep for the Leopards.
Is that number 2?
Yes, it is. Punting is Tyrell Jetton. And that's a dangerous weapon to have as your punter. Flag comes out right out of the gate. Fair catch called for by Trent Bryant. He makes it at about the 28-yard line. We'll call it, well, let's go back about the 26-yard line. We'll see what the flag, what the call is. It is going to be against Ashdown. Kyle Vogel's coming out, isn't he?
Kyle Vogelman, our ball boy. Coach Vogelman's oldest son is out there. He's our ball boy, and he's helping with the call. He helped the official there. And they're going to wave it off again.
Insane. I've seen 3 flags waved off already.
So we're taking the ball on the 26.
Yeah, right outside the 26-yard line. The Leopards will start 1st and 10. 9:52 to go here in the first half of play. The Leopards trail 16-0 and need to get on the board. Trips right, split left.
Yeah, long drive here, ball control, use the clock up would be great right before the half. Got a first stop there. That's a little positive momentum going. Maybe we can get something going now on offense.
Now we're going to switch.
Which I don't understand their football. The football is coming back from their side, which should not be the case. I'm not real sure about that if we're using their football. No.
The bad thing is I'm getting to the point where this stuff doesn't surprise me anymore. Traylor sets up in shotgun, turns, gives. Henson up the middle, breaks a tackle, 2 hands around the football as he gets up to about the 29-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. Well, we'll call it gain of 2 now. So it'll be 2nd and 8.
I was already writing that down, Michael. I didn't even look. I was just trusting you on that.
Well, the problem is I looked at where he got to and not where they spotted him.
We got a couple of people lined up here on the left side.
Flips left, split right. Trailer takes a snap, looking to throw, lets it go. Far side, intended for King. A little high. King barely got his fingertips on it. Good coverage there. King unable to hang on and just about... probably about 6 inches too high, or King would have had that one. Leopards going to face a 3rd down now, 3rd down and 8.
Looked like David got hit in the ribs. I noticed he was kind of holding his rib cage as he came over to get the play.
He was getting pressure as he let that one go. Again, looking to throw his Trailer from near side. This time he's got a man at the 40-yard line. That's going to be a catch for the 1st down. Spotted just shy of the 40. The Leopards have a 1st down and can keep this drive alive.
Nice catch again. He caught it just before it got down to the ground. He threw it where only the receiver could catch it. Well executed.
Trent Bryant and Patrick Llewellyn come to the near side. James King split out to the far side. Now Llewellyn in motion. Give is to Henson up the middle.
Nice run.
Henson cuts back towards the middle, gets up to about the 44-yard line. Excuse me, the 44-yard line.
Dontel made a couple of cuts there, evaded a guy in the backfield, and we got an equipment problem.
Mark, I noticed when Henson's running the ball this week, now granted we've had some fumble trouble this year, but I'm wondering if that field isn't a little wetter than we think. He's taking extra care to make sure he doesn't lose that football.
Yeah, that very well could be. David had a couple of snaps where the ball got away from him, and he was able to pick them up and go ahead and complete the play, and then he had the ball. It looked like it kind of slipped coming out of his hand when he tried to throw it a while ago, too. So I'm sure that the
maybe that's that slick football coming from the far side.
Far side, yeah. Need a little pine tar, I guess. I'm sure that's what happened last night to Matt Holliday.
Absolutely. Needed some pine tar. 2nd down for the Leopards. Give Henson right side. Hit as he gets up over the 45. We wait the spot. Looks like a good spot from the far side officials. They're going to spot him at the 48-yard line. Well, the far official had him at the 48. This one had him at the 47, so that's... I think he picked the wrong official.
Yeah.
Third down and 4 for the Leopards. Working from their own 47-yard line.
I'm not quite sure about this mark on this side where the down marker is, because where the ball spotted where the first down marker is.
Trailer rolls to his right, has plenty of room for the first down as he heads towards the sideline.
Whoa! He jumps the bench and goes up high on the fence, which again talks about how close the fences are here and why there's the sideline warnings.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room between the fence and the sidelines. Trailer gets the first down for the Leopards. Ball will be spotted. Looks like at the 45 of Ashdown. 7:52.
Oh, but not again. They moved it back again.
Well, we keep losing yards in these spots. Nonetheless, there's a first down.
That was a nice play action. Got the defensive end and linebacker on that side to bite inside, and David was able to break containment and get outside and make the first down. Nice play.
Twins let a split right, Henson alone in the backfield as Trailer steps under center, turns, looking to throw, has some pressure, hit, and is going to be dropped for a big loss. We're going to spot him back at the Malvern 44, or just shy of the 45-yard line. Trailer really didn't have a chance to set his feet there as he had pressure quickly. And coming into the game is Bryson Barnes. Coming out is Trailer. And the Leopards facing a long second down and about 20. Trips left, Twins right.
Wow, Leopard again.
King alone in the backfield brings a man in motion. Now King on the keeper over the middle. He is going to pick up a couple of yards. They'll spot him at the 46. We'll make sure, Mark.
Yep, they gave him. Actually, that might have been a little favorable spot. I'm not going to.
They'll call it the 47. Third down and long, nonetheless, for the Leopards. Third down, about 18 yards. Twins to either side. Now Henson sets up to King's right. King takes a snap, looking. Has some pressure. That's Trailer, Trailer back in the game. Hit, gets away again. Now he's going to be dropped for a loss back inside the Leopard 40-yard line. And Ashdown able to get a lot of pressure on Trailer on these passing downs. Of course, Mark, the defense was able to pin their ears back. They knew the Leopards had to throw the football.
Yeah, they did, and David was able to make the first couple of defensive linemen miss, but they eventually caught up to him.
Patrick Llewellyn in the punt sets up inside the Leopard 25. No pressure from Ashdown. Short kick. Bounds at the 45 of Ashdown and will be down at the 39 of the Panthers.
We can help you get that dream home, no matter how big or small, with a competitive rate mortgage from Malvern National Bank.
Banking in the right direction.
Are you looking for a bank where you're greeted with a smile, a sincere hello, and a banker who calls you by name and lets you know that they are sincerely glad to see you? Then come by Southern State Bank. We're here to serve you and offer the friendliest and best service available in Malvern and Hot Spring County. Visit Southern State Bank. We're here for you.
Banking in the right direction. Southern State Bank.
So, Mark, not the shootout we saw last year.
No, not at this point, and of course we're going to have to return fire at some point.
Trips left. One man splits to the right for McFadden. Forte set up to his left. Forte off the near side, hit immediately. Tackle made by the Malvern National Bank isolated player of the game, Devin Brawl.
That's two. He had some help there. His defensive line stretched the play out, kept the blockers away from him, and he was able to make the tackle. Good play.
Gain of a couple on the play. It is second down and 8. McFadden, swing pass, far side, incomplete. It got away, and they did not blow it dead until he was able to recover.
I'm not sure he didn't call that a lateral.
I believe it was a lateral. And they are going to show the lost yardage on that play back to the
33.
Yeah, we'll call it the 33. It is third down. So big play here for the Leopard defense. Like to give this Malvern offense one more shot before halftime. McFadden alone in the backfield, set up in shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Looking to throw, far side. Throwing down the sideline, it is incomplete. Overshot everybody. On the coverage was Kevin Murdoch. And the Panthers are going to face 4th down and 15. And Mark, the Leopards offense gets one more shot at least before halftime.
Yeah, that was outstanding coverage. Yeah, we talked a little bit about Kevin Murdoch. He hurt his ankle last week. We weren't sure what kind of condition he would be in, but he was running stride for stride with the receiver. Made a good play.
As always, Keenan Bryant set up for the return. They set up at the Malvern 35-yard line. He got a flag on the play. Not sure if somebody moved a little quickly.
Totally, this is the same thing happened last time that Ashdown tried to punt, and this time they didn't wave it off.
5-yard penalty against the Panthers, moves the ball to about the 28-yard line. So Brian King move up to the Malvern 40. Good return here could give the Malvern offense.
We got the flag again. I'm not sure what they're doing. Maybe they're leaving early.
Well, there's got to be obviously some movement along that line. It is. Motion again against Ashdown, and Leopard certainly happy to get the yards back. Now it's 4th down and 25 for Ashdown.
This is the best offense Malvern's had so far tonight.
Or the best defense. We'll wait and see if we get a flag. Not this time.
Punt, he shanked it. Get out of the way.
Punt will go out of bounds at the 43-yard line of Ashdown. So the Malvern offense with good starting field position here. 5 minutes, 1 second to go here in the first half. Leopards trail 16-0.
It's a great chance, great opportunity. Let's see what we can do with the football now. Got David Traylor back in.
Yeah, Mark, we talked before the game, Leopard running game's got to get going. They really hadn't shown much so far. Henson alone in the backfield.
We had one big play. Henson got 6
Llewellyn turns, pitches, King coming back, double reverse, and King going to be hit right at the 40-yard line.
Nice defensive play by number 9 for them, because James King, usually one person doesn't bring James down.
Yeah, well, James was kind of pinned up on the sideline. Roy Jedden able to make the stop. Loss actually on the play of about a yard. Patrick Llewellyn comes off the field.
We ran that's a little bit unusual. We ran that play into the short side because it did kind of limit James into where he was going.
2nd down 11 for the Leopards. High formation, Jared Davis in at fullback. Give this to Henson, right side, up the middle rather, and he works his way rather down to about the 36-yard line. Pickup of about 6 on the play. And it will be 3rd and 5 for the Leopards.
They got the big boys.
3rd down and 4 rather. Yeah, we do have some help came in on this offensive line. Some of the bigger guys for the Leopards come in to help. Henson off the right side. Has the first down as he's brought down at the 28-yard line of Ashdown. And Mark, I thought if he cut that one out, he was gone.
I think he was. Of course, he was obviously concerned about making sure he got the first down, which is first priority. And were we about the 27?
We'll call it the 27-yard line, 1st down and 10. 3:43 to go in the first half. Leopards looking to get on the scoreboard, trailing this one 16-0. Give to Henson again. Right side, tripped up immediately. And he'll get a yard. It's a yard, maybe two on the play. They're spotting him at the 26-yard line.
Well, this is the first time I remember we've got Osha Johnson out there. I think we got Grady Allison.
Linebacker.
Oh, got Kevin Bell in on the offensive line. We've gone with the big formation package.
Another good run by Henson. This time he's finding running room inside the 20. Spot is going to be at the 17-yard line, and that's going to be another Leopard first down.
It's paying dividends with the bigger offensive line so far. The trouble with that is those are our defensive linemen and linebackers, and
I'm kind of wondering if here, Mark, do this towards the end of the first half, give him a little rest at halftime, should be okay. Trailer again up under center. Jared Davis set at fullback. Give this to Henson. Flag come.
It's a fumble. Ashdown. We never got the handoff.
And so a promising drive comes to a decisive end. 2:48 to go here in the first half. Leopards give the football up on a fumble. Mark, a couple of times tonight we've had trouble with exchanges. And
I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you if the intent was to hand off to Henson or to fake it. But whichever way, it never. I think he intended to give it to Dontel, and I don't believe he ever got it in the. I think he hit him on the hip, actually.
First down and 10 for Ashdown. Ball on their own 13-yard line. McFadden working out a shotgun, takes a snap, swing pass. Far side is complete. Good game for the Panthers up to about the 20-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. We're going to spot him just shy of the 20. Well, I think. He's the official on the far side on that spot. Well, that's a couple of yards back. Second down to 6. Gain of 4 out of the play.
Back being Michael. Got the number 10.
That is Forte. Forte keeps it. And he gets up to about the 26-yard line.
That's number 18, Michael. I believe it's different.
Yeah, that is Chris Bradley. That is 18. Good-sized kid, Bradley, 6'2", 205.
He is. He's a big kid, tall, good-looking athlete.
Sets up in shotgun, brings a man in motion. That's Forte. Ball hit the fumble there.
Ball hit the guy in motion.
And Ashdown able to cover it.
They got a flag on
And a flag.
Wait on the signal from the officials. And they're talking to the Malvern players, which is always a good sign. Ball started against Ashdown. They're going to Leopards will elect to move
Coach Scarborough.
Panthers back.
Let's keep them moving back.
Inside 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
That should be 1st and 15. But I'm unsure about anything anymore.
It is 1st and 15 for the Panthers. Looks to be McFadden. Well, no.
Yeah, that's him back.
Yeah, McFadden back in a quarterback. Sets up in shotgun. Looking to throw. Right side now looking over the middle. Has some pressure. Throws near side complete. Jameson makes a great open field tackle there as the pass was complete to Tyrell Jetton. Jameson makes a great open field tackle. Less than a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Gain was to the 26-yard line.
Right back about the original line of scrimmage. Very close. Kept the clock moving.
Should be second down. Swing pass far side, complete. Good tackle once again made. Gain is going to be up to the 28. Jameson all over the field for the Leopards.
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
Okay, they spotted the ball.
I don't think he moved the
Yeah, I know.
28-yard line.
They don't seem to be in any hurry to get the play off.
Less than 30 seconds to go here in the
We don't
first
need to do
half.
anything stupid here. Let anything get behind us.
McFadden, swing pass once again. Near side, tackle made at the 30-yard line.
Might want to call a timeout now.
Roy Jenton on the reception, and it will be 4th down for the Panthers. We'll see if the Leopards will take a timeout or they'll let the clock roll.
They're going to let the clock roll.
And that is the end of the first half. And the Panthers jumped on the Leopards early, led after the first quarter 16-0, and that's your score at halftime. We'll be back in just a moment from Ashdown.
Hi, I'm Josh at Wade.
Hey, I'm Tommy Green, pastor of Third Baptist Church here in Malvern. We're looking forward to a great season from our Leopards. We also want to take this chance and invite you to church. Starting September 27th, we're going to have 2 worship services on Sunday mornings, an 8:30 traditional service and a 10:55 contemporary service. Also on Sunday nights at 5:25, we offer Awanas free of charge, and on Wednesday nights at 6, we have a family worship service. We hope to see you soon.
Dreaming of your retirement? Let's plan it together. We're Malvern National Bank.
Getting set for the second half kickoff now. The Ashdown kicks it away. Low bouncer goes over the head of the Malvern return man.
I hope they went out of bounds.
It looks like it did go out of bounds. They're spotting it at the 35-yard line.
Jacob Kenny's one of our tallest players, and it bounced over his head. Luckily, he was near the sideline, so I think it got on out.
A really good onside kick, Mark. Took a good hop. And, yeah, we were wondering if Malvern was going to kick deep to Ashdown. Ashdown's got to kick deep to Malvern.
I'm going to assume that they said that ball touched Jacob's hand because they put it on the 34.
1st and 10 for the Leopards here to start the second half of play. Trainer in quarterback under center. I formation. Turns, gives to Henson up the middle, and Henson's met immediately. Little or no gain on the play. Henson actually bent backwards there as he got to the line of scrimmage. Good push there from the Ashdown defense.
We've got 2 guys tying each other's shoes for Ashdown. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That is teamwork at its best. I formation again for the Leopards. 2 receivers to the left. Trainer Hyde is now looking to throw over the middle. Has a man caught. No, incomplete. James King was at the 45 of the Panthers. You won't see James drop very many. That one was a little bit behind him, but one that James would tell you unequivocally he should have had.
Yeah, great play action. He did a good job of hiding the football. James King was actually covered, and the ball was underthrown, and he stopped and came back for it and almost made the catch. Would have been a big play. I think if James had made that, might have been tough to catch him.
Twins to either side now for Traylor. Working out a shotgun under pressure, throws near the sideline, gets it to King. King is going to be hit immediately and still breaking tackles, but he is not going to get much. Actually, he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Broke about 3 tackles just to do that.
Yeah, he made a great run. He broke out of a pile of about 4 Ashdown tacklers.
And it's going to be 4th down for the Leopards. So the
resulting in a -1.
Yeah. Patrick Llewellyn in to punt. Mark, you have to give me the pronunciation again. Number 2 there. Jaton.
Jaton.
I think I was calling Jaton.
He was
going to call Llewellyn down. He got a low snap, went to a knee and fielded it. And now the Panthers are going up with fantastic field position back at the 24-yard line of the Leopards.
That's exactly what you didn't want to see happen coming out of the half.
Well, I was going to bemoan the fact that Leopards took a 3 and out there.
But that was bad enough.
And somewhat inconsequential now after the punt, or lack thereof. McFadden turns on the option, right side, across the 20-yard line, tackle made.
Mario Jamerson.
Jamerson just all over the field for the Leopards. And the Panthers gets up limping. It's number 11, Raylon Hubbard.
That should slow him down to normal speed.
McFadden again working out of shotgun. Has a man to his left, that's Forte. He gives to Forte, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Several Leopards there in on the tackles. The Malvern defense read that play perfectly.
I think he lost a yard.
Having a hard time seeing through the paint, so I can't tell you.
Yeah. I think he's back. We're on the 16-yard line. Yeah, looks like the 16.
McFadden again working out of shotgun, 3rd down and 6.
Tried to get us offside. We're going to run a check with me play, which they do a lot.
McFadden looking to throw, looking to his left, has a little pressure up the middle, taking off on the right side. He's going to be hit hard there.
I see Mario Jamerson again with help from Kevin Bell.
And that will bring up 4th down for the Panthers. We'll see if the Panthers elect to go for it or bring their kicker out. Looks like they're going to leave the offense on the field. 9:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Basically 4th and 10 here, so our defense has really stepped up after that first initial couple series.
Forte set up to McFadden's right. 2 receivers to either side. McFadden now going to take off. He's going to be stopped for a loss, and the Leopards are going to take over on downs.
Great play. I'm looking. I think that's Osha Johnson made the first contact, and I think he was helped by
player of the game. Devin Hall was in there. Well, we talked about the defense showing some life there in the 2nd quarter. That carries over into the 2nd half for the Leopards, so they can just get some offense going now. 16-0, Leopards trail.
We're on about the 23.
Yes, we'll call it the 23.
It is definitely hard to see from up here tonight, folks. Got the crowd excited on the Malvern side.
Malvern crowd is fired up. Give Henson up the middle, has running room, spins away from the man up near the 30-yard line. Good run by Henson, and Mark, that's as explosive as he's looked tonight.
Yep, sure was. Made a good run.
Gain of, well, they're showing 5 on the scoreboard, but I'm going to say it was more of,
looks like 7.
7 yards. You can't see any better from that side. Trailer turns again, gives to Henson up the middle, and he is dropped as he gets up close to the 34-yard line. That should be enough for a 1st down, and the chains will move. So the Leopards are able to get their first down of the half. See a little more life out of these guys. Mark, I think our defensive stand kind of firing up everybody.
Yeah, our offensive line's created 2 pretty good holes there on both those plays. Better than anything down there I've seen in a while in this game.
1st and 10, Leopards at their own 34-yard line. Trailer sets up under center, takes a snap, gives Henson left side, met immediately. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be it.
Looks like
Let me just shy of 35.
A half yard.
Be 2nd down and about 9 for the Leopards.
I see we got Grady Allison back out there.
Hey, what's going on?
High formation for the Leopards. Jared Davis in at tailback, 1 receiver to either side. To give to Henson, right side, has a running room again. I say running room. He squirts through a hole and gets down to the 40-yard line. He's going to be about 4 yards shy of the first. It'll be 3rd down.
A little better now in the 2nd half. We started the 2nd half. Now we're moving
So pick up
a little bit.
there about 4.5 yards for Henson. And so far in this drive, the Panthers getting a steady diet of Dontel Henson.
You know, normally when you look out here and you see single coverage on James King, you think, we can make that play anytime we want to, but that's not the case tonight. They've got very good athletes in their secondary.
And they're looking to King near side. King has it first down. He's in Panther territory, brought down at the 45-yard line. And just as you mentioned it, Mark, James King runs a little slant route, picks up the first down for the Leopards.
That was a scheme first down. Corner took outside coverage. James broke it off inside on the slant. First person there was a safety, and he actually almost tackled James forward. I thought James might keep his feet and go all the way.
High formation to give. Henson up the middle, cuts, and gets down inside the 40-yard line. Good vision there by Dontel Henson. Didn't look like he had a lot of room there, but able to get inside the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 39. It'll be second down and 3 for the Leopards.
Another nice run. Picked the hole and took his time, was patient, didn't get in the hole, and
looked like that play was going to go just outside the left tackle. Henson cut it back inside for a gain of 7. Henson again, right side. Man immediately, and he's going to get maybe a yard on the play. It'll be third down. So outside the pass to King so far, it's been all Dontel Henson on the drive. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
We've got Grady Allison playing tight end, and brought Osha Johnson and I believe Kevin Bell are all in now in the offensive line.
Again, an I formation. 2 receivers to the right. Trailer turns, gives to Henson, looking for a hole, and he's going to get about another yard or so. We'll get right on the spot, and the Leopards are going to have a fourth down here and less than a yard. And you've got to believe 2 leads, one trailing 16-0. Second thing is they have been able to create some running room for Henson. You got to assume they're going for it, and they will. Showing 4th and 2 on the scoreboard. Looks more like 4th and 1. Again, the I formation. Give Henson up the middle. Up to the 35-yard line. If we got to the 35, that should be a first.
If he did it on second effort. They had him in the backfield.
And the near side official did spot it.
He's just over the 35. Good mark.
Good mark there. Good run by Dontel Henson. As you said, Mark, he was hit early, kept those legs churning, and was able to pick up the first down.
Fell forward for the first down.
16-0 again. As we're
using a lot of clock also.
Absolutely. It's where that drive at the end of the first half would have made a lot of difference right now. Fake to give to Henson. Now looking to throw his trailer over the far side. He got King. King is going to go. Touchdown.
We got a horse-collar tackle in the end zone.
No flag. Well, maybe he did throw it there at the end. Nonetheless, James King gets the touchdown. 35-yard pass from David Traylor to James King. Leopards are going to line up and go for 2 here. They're going to try to make this a one-score game.
Looks like we're going with the Wild Leopards when we do that. Looks like James King's going to be a quarterback.
It is King coming in.
It's hard for me to stand up here. My legs didn't want to move.
King setting up in shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. King on the keeper, looking for room up the middle, pushing forward, and he is not going to get there. The 2-point conversion is no good. So with 4:49 to go here in the third quarter, Leopards trail 16-6. We'll be back in just a moment.
Enjoy your life. We make financial security easy. We're Malvern National Bank. We've got the strength to help you build a solid financial future. We're Malvern National Bank.
Back at Ashdown, Leopards get on the scoreboard with 4:49 to go in the third quarter.
Let's see what we do on a kick here. We've been basically what I would call a boot kick over here toward the Malvern bench. This looks more like an onside line up here.
Now, he lined up like this earlier. It was a high, short kick.
Didn't call for a catch. Oh!
And the tackle will be made at the 37-yard line. Almost got away from the Panther return man, but able to hang on, and the Panthers will start 1st and 10 at their own 37.
I don't know if they're not used to that, which I can't believe they wouldn't be.
That's the second time we've run it tonight.
I think the much safer play would have been called for a catch there because the Malvern kickoff team is getting dangerously close.
McFadden sets up in shotgun and looks to his right, throws. Swing pass is complete up over the 40-yard line. And they will spot him. It's like up near the 43. Gain of 7 on the play.
Got Marcel Bedford. We talked about him coming back. He's back in the game. This first time I've noticed him being in the game tonight.
He did get some action in JV the other night. Trips left for McFadden. Throws underneath once again. Jetton hitting the backfield. Great tackle there. They're going to call a hold as well as Jameson makes an unbelievable play. Jameson was being blocked, slid underneath, made the tackle, and was held all at the same time.
That's about the third or fourth time that they call number 9 on the hold tonight on that little swing pass. He's having a really tough time with Mario, and he's not even doing a good job of holding.
Yeah, you get a hold, make it count, right? Penalty will move the ball back to the 32-yard line. Will remain second down. It's second and, I'm going to say 16 mark.
Looks that way.
Showing 13 on the scoreboard, so I don't know.
Well, that's close to what it should be if you add it all up, but somehow it doesn't add up that way.
Leopard showing blitz. McFadden drops back. He's hitting the backfield, gets away, throws. Far sideline pass is incomplete.
I think he's glad he didn't catch that ball or even get a little bit more on it because James King was lined up, had him in his sights, and was ready to blow him up if he'd have come down with the football. And luckily for the receiver, it was too high.
Third down, 13 now for the Panthers. Leopards blitz. Marty looked like they blitzed the safety.
Very well could be. I didn't see. We did have a lot of pressure on the quarterback there, though.
McFadden takes a snap. Throws underneath. Jetton, Jatana, whatever his name is.
Mario Jamerson again comes in, beats the block on the wing, and gets down into his legs and just takes him down. Mario's all over the field.
I'd love to go back and once the tackle or defensive statistics are put together, because Jamerson has just been all over the field tonight. Fourth down and 9 for the Panthers as they get up to the 38-yard line. King and Bryant deep for the Leopards. Haven't seen a long kick from the Panthers yet tonight. This one is a pretty fair kick. Bounds at the 35-yard line, goes straight sideways and out of bounds. The Leopards will take over 1st and 10. The Leopards mark tonight, for the first time tonight, seem to have the momentum in this game.
They really do. Defense has played outstanding here, really after the first quarter. And Mario, Mario's not real tall, and but he's playing extremely large right now.
Trailer up under center. Offset eye. Give Henson. Looking for running room. And he's not going to find much. He'll pick up about a yard on the play. They'll spot him at the 36. Dontel was looking for him. The outside had to cut it back in. Was met very quickly. 2 minutes 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Leopards trail 16-6. Again, I formation. Give. Henson up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, and is hit as he crosses the 40-yard line.
What you'll see tomorrow is Dontel is breaking the initial line of scrimmage, but their linebackers and safeties are so quick that they're holding him to about what would normally he breaks and makes a 15 or 20-yard gain. He's making a 5 or 6 yard gain tonight.
Yeah, pick up there of about 7 yards. Third down and 3 for the Leopards. Leopards need to get up very near their own 45-yard line for the first. Trailer up under center, still working out of the eye. Give. Henson hit immediately, and he is going to get to about the 41-yard line. Not much of a gain there, and the Leopards are going to face a fourth down once again.
No punt team going on the field yet.
And now the coach does call for the punt team. Minute 20 to go here in the third quarter. Jeton going to go deep for the Panthers along with, well, actually it's both Jeton and Jeton. Both of them.
Got the punt off this time.
Takes a bound at the 30-yard line. Takes a bit of a Malvern roll and will be down at the 25-yard line. And once again, the Malvern crowd calls upon its defense to make a stop. Inside a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Nice punt by Patrick Leon. Good snap back there that time, and Patrick did a good job of getting the punt off and getting it where it couldn't be returned, and got a little bit of a bounce. And we used up most of the third quarter. It's been a quick third quarter this time. We do have
waiting on the Ashdown offense to come out.
They're having trouble getting the chains set. That's a nice way to get an extra time out. Looks to me.
McFadden again sets up in shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. Has Forte in the backfield to his right. McFadden brings a man in motion, takes a snap, looking to throw to his right, has some pressure, and is going to be dropped in the backfield. Dropped back at the 20-yard line.
Ocean Johnson again was the first one there, and then pretty much the whole pocket collapsed on him after that.
Well spotting. Looks like at the 21, loss of 4 on the play. McFadden again takes a snap. Delayed handoff to Forte. Forte makes a cut at the 20-yard line. Is going to be dropped at the 29.
Marcel Bedford came up and made a great play from safety.
Good, as you said earlier, Mark, good to see Bedford back out there after that shoulder injury. Sidelined him for the first part of the year. We've got a timeout on the field.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Oh, yeah, that's the end of the third. My apologies. Again, at the end of the third quarter, it is 16-6. Ashdown leads Malvern. We'll be back in just a moment.
Thinking in the right direction.
Are you looking for a bank where you're greeted with a smile, a sincere hello, and a banker who calls you by name and lets you know that they are sincerely glad to see you? Then come by Southern State Bank. We're here to serve you and offer the friendliest and best service available in Malvern and Hot Spring County. Visit Southern State Bank. We're here for you.
Thinking in the right direction. Southern State Bank.
Once again, back at Ashdown. Leopards trail Ashdown 16-6 as we get the fourth quarter play underway. The Panthers will face third down and about 6 yards. McFadden working out a shotgun, looking to throw near side, passes incomplete. Looking on the near side for Chris Bradley, and Bradley couldn't quite get the handle on it. It'll be 4th down for the Panthers, and they're going to bring out the punt team. Tyrell Jatan, the punter for the Panthers. Bryant and King set up at the Malvern 40-yard line. Low snap, fielded cleanly, almost blocked. Short punt, and it will be down at the 38-yard line of the Leopards. Again, good field position for Malvern. And all you've got to be happy, Mark, with the way they've played so far in the second half. At some point, Mark, you've got to start closing the gap.
Yeah, we're going to have to score. Probably. The way things are going, you're not going to get more than 2 or 3 possessions. So, pretty much every time you get the ball, you're going to have to score. Unless you can cause a turnover.
That was again working out of the offset eye now. Jared Davison, 2 receivers to the left for Traylor. He's under center. Swing pass, near side, complete to James King at the 40-yard line. Run out of bounds. Wait and see the spot. Looks like they'll put him at the 43-yard line. So pick up there. I tell you what, this change is easily confused. We call that a gain of 6. It's second and a long 4 yards for the Leopards. One receiver to either side now for Traylor. As he sets up, takes the snap. Give Henson left side and almost broke free on that one. He'll get up to about the 44-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down for the Leopards. They're just shy right now of the 45. They need to get up across the 48-yard line to get the first. And once again, some of these Malvern Leopards playing both ways as Osha Johnson comes in, as does Bell, to help out on this offensive line. Bryant goes split right, King split left. Traylor takes a snap, gives to Henson, up the middle, hit, breaks away from a tackle, and he works his way to midfield in the first down.
Yeah, he carried at least 3 and probably 4 Ashdown tackles with him there for about 4 yards for the first down. It was a great run.
Leopards have a first down. Henson, not sure, looks like he may have had an equipment problem. He comes off the field for the Leopards. Jamerson comes in.
This is when I hate to be on the radio and doing stats because I'd like to get a whole lot more excited than I'm able to do right now.
10:43 to go in the game. Leopards trail 16-6. Ball is just shy of midfield. Jared moves over to a slot. Pitch, far side. Jamerson trying to get to the outside. Gets across midfield, inside, and hit at about the 45-yard line. Still on his feet, and finally they blow the play dead. I think Jamerson thought they had already blown it dead. Yeah. He was just standing there, and people come flying at him.
I think he said, "You're not going to bring me down."
But he did remain on his feet.
Good gosh, this spot is screwed.
Ball is spotted just shy of the 45, so it was a gain of 5 on the play. Leopards need to get up to the 40 for a first down. In Panther territory now. The Leopards have stayed with this I formation here in the second half. Give up the middle. And the gain is up to about the 43-yard line. Be 3rd down, we'll call it 3. You can call it 2, long 2 or short 3. Traylor working from under center, gives off the left side, breaking a tackle with Jamerson, spins away from another, and he's got the first down.
This could very well be the best game I've ever seen Mario Jamerson play. He's been a great a great athlete for the Leopards, but boy, he's been outstanding on defense, and then now he's starting to run the ball and move the ball and showing great determination.
Yeah, has just been outstanding on defense so far tonight for the Leopards, showing what he can do offensively as well. He'll stay in at tailback. King goes split to the far side, Bryant to the near side. Trailer looking to throw, looking for King. Has him at the 30-yard line, and King's going to be run. Oh, I'm sorry, Trent Bryant. Bryant does go out of bounds. Looks like just shy of the 25.
Oh, already hit it more down as a first down.
And then we're going to spot it just inside.
Getting 9.5, looks like. I believe the quarterback sneak was going about 2 here the way they were set up.
Trailer turns and is going to keep it. He rolls out to his right, looking for running room, cuts back inside, loses the football.
He didn't.
And Ashdown is going to take over at the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure what that play was from the... Yeah, I'm not sure they didn't miss the handoff to begin with. Jamerson slipped, I believe.
Jamerson slipped at the timing off.
And they weren't able to get the handoff completed, and then David came close to making the first down as he was going down. He lost control of the football.
Malvern defense needs to come over the play. 8:52 to go here in the game. Leopards trail 16-6. McFadden working out a shotgun, takes a snap, gives Forte up the middle, and Forte gets up and the fumble on the play. Looks like the Leopards may have it. Did they call him down? Are you kidding me?
They're calling him down.
He didn't even see it.
Well, we got one official saying that. Well, no, I guess that was just the Leopards saying it was their football.
He was brought down by our spotlight player of the game.
McFadden sets up in shotgun once again. Again, to give to Forte. Forte is brought down as he gets up to about the 34-yard line. Gave him a couple on the play. It's third down. Was hoping the Leopard defense had come out with the turnover we so desperately needed. But right now, it's going to be third down and 2.
Devin Ball stepped up and made a great hit and caused the ball to come loose. All I saw was a ball on the ground.
Whoa, we got motion, it looks like, against Ashdown, and that's going to back them up 5 yards. The legal shift is the call, so instead of 3rd and 3, it'll be 3rd and 8.
I think that means that number 9 took off about a count and a half too early because he was about 5 yards downfield. I don't know if that's a shift or not.
7 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the game. Time not an outlier of the Leopards. McFadden takes a snap, fakes the give, throws far side, tackle made immediately.
Guess who?
Jamison again read it perfectly and makes an outstanding play.
Lost back, all the way back, going to make it 4th and 9.
Call him Super Mario tonight. As Jamison has just played a whale of a ball game. 4th down, Leopards need to get the ball, need to make something happen quickly. 7 minutes to go, and they trail 16-6.
That return would be outstanding. We've got a chance here. But he's running away from it. Pick it up, James. Golly. Ended up
all the way to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Leopards are going to take over 1st and 10.
All right. We're going down.
Wait and see if looks like Henson is back out on the field for the Leopards.
Ends up being a 47-yard punt.
Twins to either side now for Traylor. He's going to work out a shotgun.
No, it's number 4. That's James King.
Oh, that is King. I Okay, I got it now.
Hard to see the 4 and the 1.
Give this to Henson up the middle. He gets over the 25 to the, we'll call it the 27-yard line. Gain him about a yard on the play.
Gonna have to get a little bit of a sense of urgency here, get things moving. You got to be pleased with the Leopard defense, though, especially in the second half.
Oh, the Leopard defense has unquestionably done a fantastic job here. 2 receivers left, 3 right. King still working the quarterback, brings Henson in motion. Takes the give, now going to keep it, has just gotten buried. Nobody bought the fake, and King is buried in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd down and 12 for the Leopards. Looks like Traylor may be going out for this one. His Leopards are in an obvious passing situation. Third down, about 14 yards. Leopards need to get to the 35-yard line for a first. Traylor working out a shotgun, takes a snap, has pressure up the middle, trying to escape, and he is going to be dropped in the backfield. He's going to be dropped inside the 15, back near the 10-yard line. And hopes for a Malvern comeback are fading quickly. Patrick Llewellyn sets up in his own end zone as he sets up for the punt. Jatan sets up at his own 44. Llewellyn gets a good punt away. Bounds up over the 40-yard line and will be downed at the 44 Malvern. And the Ashdown Panthers, once again, with outstanding field position. If there is any hope, Mark, Malvern's got to create a turnover and do it quickly.
That's pretty much what we're down to now, is we've got to turn the ball over, and we're going to have to make things happen in a hurry. I don't think nobody came in for a moral victory, and while we played well in the second half, I'm sure they want to make something happen now.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things we've talked about quite a bit. Moral victories are no more. McFadden has some pressure up the middle. Hit and dropped in midfield.
Kevin Bell, he played through 3 people. He's got 3 people laying on the ground hurt where he went through him. Slow getting up. He killed.
Like Whitman Mitchell in there as well.
Yeah, Mitchell Whitman got there. Lost of 7.
Lost back to midfield. 2nd down, about 17 yards.
I think we've exposed a weakness, which is the offensive line.
Again, McFadden sets up in shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Over the middle, pass is complete. Well inside Leopard territory. Jatan is going to race towards the end zone, and he has a touchdown. So with 3:47 to go here in the game, Ashdown extends their lead to 22-6. The explosive offense for Ashdown comes back into play once again. Mark, we've talked about it several times. Eventually that speed is going to get to you, and it did on that play.
They've got the playmakers. If you give a quarterback time, which is what we've done much better in the second half, we missed the extra point.
The extra point is no good. So Leopards trail 22-6. 3:47 to go here in the ball game. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Josh. Get up, wait.
Hey, I'm Tommy Green, pastor of Third Baptist Church here in Malvern. We're looking forward to a great season from our Leopards. We also want to take this chance and invite you to church. Starting September 27th, we're going to have 2 worship services on Sunday mornings, an 8:30 traditional service and a 10:55 contemporary service. Also on Sunday nights at 5:25, we offer Awanas free of charge. And on Wednesday nights at 6, we have a family worship service. We hope to see you soon.
Once again, we'll return to Ashdown. Leopards trail 22-6. Ashdown able to extend their lead on a 50-yard touchdown pass from McFadden to Tyrell Jeton.
And he had the Jets on.
He did have the Jets. I was calling him Jeton earlier, and probably more of an appropriate name. So a series of miscues mark really have derailed what's been an otherwise very good effort. Short onside kick, and it will go out of bounds, goes right by the Ashdown defender.
Number 6, I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. He was running all along, the ball bounced right up in front of him. It had gone to 10 yards, and he let it go right by him, out of bounds.
Ball goes out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
I think we're going to take the ball right there.
Well, you're not going to get much better in field position if you haven't re-kicked it. They haven't kicked it deep all night.
No, it's similar to the Pulaski Academy. They seem to be basically onside kicking every time. They do punt.
Two receivers to either side now. As David Traylor will, I'm not sure what the officials are meeting about.
Pizza.
Who's buying the pizza after the game? Again, an abundance of footballs at midfield. Traylor will step under center. He's got, I believe that's Henson in the backfield. It is swing pass, near side, almost caught twice. Patrick Llewellyn had a glance off his hands, then Bryson Barnes nearly caught it off the deflection.
I really believe that somebody ran the wrong route there. I think the pass was intended for Bryson Barnes, and it just so happened that Patrick was in line.
Incomplete is second down and 10. Traylor working out a shotgun now, looking to throw, has some pressure. Traylor throws, and it is incomplete. Looking for James King, and King was triple covered.
And he had a lot of pressure on him. You heard me yell, throw it. Well, that was because 3 people were quickly approaching him, and as an old quarterback's dad, you really want him to get rid of that ball before they get killed.
Yeah, it's seeing the effects of what happens when you don't.
Yeah.
Incomplete pass stops the clock. 3:22 to go. Leopards face third down and 10. Traylor sets up in shotgun again. Gives. Coming across is Jamerson. Jamerson hit as he gets to about the 49-yard line. That's going to be about 4 yards shy of the first. Going to spot him back. Well, no, that looks like the 49.
At the 49, yeah.
But the down marker over here is about a yard behind where the ball spotted. It's very difficult to get to.
Hey, they may have drawn him off sides. And if so, that will result in a Leopard first down.
Good. I don't know if it will or not.
It depends on whether you're going by where the ball's marked or where the yard marker was.
And they do signal first down for the Leopards. So now the ball spotted at the 44 of Ashdown. Malvern offense.
It's unfortunate, and you should watch this game tomorrow. Mario Jamerson played a great game. There have been several people just laid their heart out tonight and played hard, and
Oh my God.
you hate to see. Looks like
Center move ball.
we've got an illegal procedure here, penalty against Malvern, but you know. Kyle's going out and picking up flags for him now. He's helping this guy out. Looks like he might need that.
2 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the game. Penalty moves the ball back to the Malvern 49-yard line. It's first down and 15. Henson alone in the backfield. Swing pass far side. James King. King hit as he crosses midfield. He'll get just on the Ashdown side of midfield.
There's been a great effort by a lot of Leopards tonight. Played hard, competed hard, and James does. He looks like he's got a little bit of a limp now, but want to continue to compete.
Trailer with pressure again. Veins one man. Now throwing to the far sideline. Throws it out of bounds.
That was a wise choice.
And the Leopards going to face third down and 14. Leopards need to get up to the 35-yard line of Ashdown. Trips left, one man split right for the Leopards. Trailer with pressure immediately. Screen pass set up to Henson, and he is blown up at the 49-yard line.
Everything looked pretty good except we forgot to block the second wave.
And it'll be fourth down for the Leopards. Inside 2 minutes to go now. Leopards trail 22-6.
I thought, when I saw the wave of their defensive line go through, I thought the screen was set up pretty good, but it didn't work out.
Trailer again working out a shotgun. Leopards need to get to the 35. Trailer evades one man, throws, passes, incomplete. Jamison almost had it, then King almost had it off the deflection. The Leopards are going to turn it over on downs with 1:35 to go. And Ashdown can pretty much ride this one out. And James is limping around pretty good. Might be a wise idea to get him out of the game. He's played hard tonight, and he's taking some pretty good shots along the way.
Get him out of there. Oh, he's hurt.
As you said, Mark, several of these...
He's having a tough time getting the play clock started.
Minute 35 to go. McFadden turns, gives Forte. Forte busts through the line of scrimmage. Flag comes in as Forte gets up to the 44-yard line. It is going to be holding against Ashdown.
Other than the first 6 minutes or so of this ball game, it's been a pretty even ball game for one thing, and Ashdown, they have a ton of talent, a lot of speed, a lot of skilled people, but they've had a lot of penalties and also had a lot of negative plays after we kind of got used to what they were doing, so they got a way to go.
So they've been talking about the monkey linemen tonight instead of monkey.
Minute 27 to go. McFadden turns, gives Forte, in the backfield, escapes the tackler, up over midfield, still on his feet, and is finally brought down near the Leopard 40-yard line.
About 2nd and 2.
Big run by Forte. Again, big kid. 5'10", 175 pounds. Really, Mark looks a little bigger than that out there.
Yeah, he does. He's, as we said earlier, he pretty much the whole package. He's got speed, he's quick to the hole, got power, and he's shifty.
Kind of a power out of shotgun here as Forte is going to get the carry again off the left side. He'll have the first down as he is brought down up near the Leopard 30-yard line. About 32 seconds to go.
Not quite sure why they're not taking a knee.
With 30 seconds to go would be the prudent thing to do at this point. It looks like that's what they probably will do, set with a protection type alignment as McFadden takes a snap, takes a knee. as we start to wind things up here from Ashdown, can really go over some of the things that we've talked about. Ashdown got a 16-0 lead in the first quarter. Malvern defense firmed up after that, was able to really stop the momentum, only gave up 6 points after the first quarter. Malvern offense moved the ball well at times, shot themselves in the foot several times, or a couple of times rather, with fumbles, penalties, and sacks. The Panthers able to get a lot of pressure on Trevor when they got him in passing downs, and he was unable to escape it, unfortunately, for the Leopards. The Leopards are going to come out of this one with a loss, makes them 2-1 in conference play. Mark, you can't fault the effort, but you've got to cut down on mistakes.